Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, he's off again. Here he goes. Yeah. Oh. Still chasing. Yeah, he's on. Chasing it. Yeah, he's on. Oh, he's off. Here he goes. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, nice one. And he's on. Absolutely brilliant. You don't get fishing like this very often, mate. Whoa. I love it, this. I'll tell you what, I put £8 ticket on. Did it? Not so damn hard. Di over there now with another one on. Di's fishing with surface lure. Yep. Well, yeah. After that bit of a spell on the, you can see it there, the fly is just ripped to pieces and the hook is just bent. I'm going to change that now. I think I'll put on the goat head his ear, give that a go. Now the rain's coming down a lot heavier. Okay, I had to follow then. It looks of it. Right, got him. Oof. Right, just changing the fire again. I'm taking off the hairs here. Go there, slow it up and let it drop slower through the columns. It's a small unweighted, like pheasant tail nymph. The rain's getting pretty heavy now too. Yes, I picked it up. Almost static I was. There, just keeping in contact with the fly. Slow figure of 8. And it hit it. And it's ripping it out. That is taking some good line. Right, I'm back on the reel. I'm putting it on the reel. These fish are fighting really hard. Very hard work. So fit. Good fish. Here we go. Look at that. Pops with his fish. Pops his fish. They're all big fish. Isn't it, Di? Just telling them now on the camera. Pops catches all the big fish. Me and Di tell him to change his glasses. Got you this morning. Di and Pops, 2 of the boys, were already on the water when I arrived, and you could see there were fish moving everywhere, and they were just racing around these fish, bow waving on the surface. I then rushed to get my kit setted up, get my gear on as quick as I could. The conditions this morning was dreadful. Blustery wind. I'm in a sheltered area here now just to talk to you because the wind down that end is terrible. But the fishing was unbelievable. And I was so keen to get on the water. It was just non-stop. The action was amazing. Once I was into a few fish, there were a few hitting them so hard off. Go get the camera, put the camera on. So I've got some of it, but the fish, so long as you're patterning, it didn't seem to matter what, because some of the boys, I switched twice. Di switched a few times, Pop switches all the time. And whatever we were putting on, these fish were just smashing it. And I mean smashing it. We were putting it out, let it drop a bit, fast figure of 8, and it was thumping them. And they were good fish as well. Some, I think, the biggest fish, I think Pops or Di between them, they'll argue the difference, but I think you're talking of about 4 or 5 pound, and they were strong fish. I apologise. I will make a point next time. If I walk onto the water and see that, I must get the camera first. But it was fishing like we haven't had for such a long time, and the 3 of us had said, because it didn't last long. I think we were an hour and a half and it was noticeable the fish were dropping off. And now, over the last hour and a half, I've hardly seen a fish move, and it's become very, very difficult. I did switch, put a much longer tippet on with my intermediate braid and a size 14 gold head hazy, get it down, fish it slow. I've had one little tug, but it's unbelievable how the water can be so different this morning to what it is now. We've had two other guys turn up. One of them is a subscriber of mine, Shaun. So it was nice to meet him. He's down on holiday. He's on the water with us. He was catching, I think, the tail end of what was going on. And then he's fishing down there in the main lake. And he hooked into a cracking fish. Me and Di, we went up. We were on our way up the top end. We stopped, had a look. Clean, beautiful fish. It did come off towards the end, so we didn't quite net it, but at least we were able to see it. So beautiful fish. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a tea break with the boys. I'm going to then kit up a bit light, go up in the top of the far arm and do what I've done before, which is get a fly down in between the weeds. Okay, I've just got up here. I'm going to fish this arm and I'm fishing between the weeds. I did have my size 14 gold head hazy on, which I'm about to change, and my tippet length is about 10 foot. Again, a bit long for what I want. So I'm chopping a good, oh, what a waste of tippet, 3 foot off of this. Roll it up, put it in your pocket, don't throw it on the floor. Now that did move a few fish last time. It's like a mini cat's whisker. Try that on my black and green frits. Normally the heavier tippet on in here because you need to bully the fish away from the weed. Okay, so that tippet now is shortened. I'll have better control in this wind. Doesn't appear to be much wind there, probably to you guys, but trust me, there is. And that thing's sinking quite quick too. So all I'm doing is just let that sink down that hole there. That's a good thing, this bit of a wind and that ripple is nice to have because it's helping to keep me out of sight a little bit with the fish, because I am overlooking them a little bit. What I'll do, I'll go through a good bit of this water with this. I'll probably switch it then to the black and green frits that I use. I've had more on that one, but this thing has turned a couple of good fish. That's the only thing with the ripple. You benefit one way, as helps hide you from the fish, but the other thing is you don't get to see the weed as easy. This area here has a bit of open water, not so much weed. There's weed in the middle down there. Obviously weed on the bottom. What I'm doing there, I'm just covering this near bank on my way down, so I don't, if there is anything moving about in there, I'm not going to spook it by the time I get down there. Okay, I don't know why, I'm just not feeling quite the same as confidence with this. So I'm going to take it off, I'm going to switch it around now straight away. It hasn't been on that long. It does show up very nice in the water. Put the black and green frits on. Okay. There, straight away. Unbelievable. There are. Ooh, that ripped it out of my hand. That hit my knuckle, and it hurt. Up with the clutch a bit more, I think. That is a nice fish, that. So that's fish is, I don't know, hammering that. God bloody hell, I got the clutch up quite high. I'm palming it and it is still hammering me. That is one tough fish. Oh. Bloody weed in there. Look at that. That is a cracking fish, and the wet my hands on the brightness as it flies out. And he's gone. And that was a good fish. I'm pleased with that one. Sort the clutch out. Throw my back down. That was up quite high. Unbelievable. I still can't get over it. Change that straight away. Fish straight away. Unreal. It's not a fish, is it? Not my fish. Oh, another one. Another one straight away. That's another good fish. Up with the clutch. Oh, and he's off. Whoa! I'm hammering him, mate. Well, I'm not too disappointed losing that one, or coming off. They're going to go back in anyway, but it's good to see it. That was another good fish. Equal to the last one, easy. As I say, they do like this pattern. I've been fishing with this pattern for a couple of years now, and whenever I find things are getting a bit difficult, I do put it on, and it just gets me fish. Like all patterns, it's not, you know, catching something every day, but it is pretty consistent. Let's see if we can get, oh, straighten that bloody weed there. There's a big lump of weed straight in front of us. It goes from about 2-3 rod lengths off the bank that side, and it stretches all the way across for about the same this side. But I often find I'll pick up fish in and around that clump. So just get in on the edge of it and just let it drop. Don't know, but I'm sure these fish are moving around that weed. There's a bit of weed here. It's like this grass weed. Try and get in and around that. Just up above there, I always see fish and pick fish up. We are lucky on this water. The water quality is so damn good. For this time of the year, I know a lot of you will be fishing in quite murky water at the moment. We would consider this to be dirty too, but fish moved there then. I don't know, maybe be a different one. I'll cover that a bit, because sometimes that different angle approach there can sometimes turn a fish on. That's the right word. Yeah. Good one. Bringing down here is a good spot to land in here. Let's put the clutch up. Running that video. That is a really pretty fish. I tell you, these reels, hard to reel. It just takes one click. It's surprising. But that has got a beautiful, beautiful red stripe. It's pristine. It is just, considering that we're only just coming out of this, well, I wouldn't say out of summer, but with all that heat, this fish here, the quality, and it's soaked. I cannot do anything with it. Come on fishy, come on fishy. Come to me. Come to me. Yay! Wow, honestly, that is a lump. And the flies out. But a beautiful fish. Oh, love it. Absolutely loving it. Okay, that's cracking. Clutch back off. Nice fish. Nice fish. Just come off there then. I tell you, I've seen some big doubles in this water up here in the last week or so. That's all we got to do now. We can just hook one of them. That'd be nice. They're not the easiest fish to hook. They've been in here for years. And you don't get them too easy. They don't give up easy. It's probably getting on maybe 2 years now since I had one. I think why they enjoy this piece of water is right next to their larder. There's a heck of a lot of weed up there, and it's thinned out. We've thinned it out. They can manoeuvre around in there quite nicely. And when we weeded up there, we were finding all sorts of food items for them in there. Okay, I've just seen a few times now, changing a flag up. There's a good fish moving about in here, and I've tried covering him. He's not interested. So what I'm going to do, see if I can find my little red buzzer. Trouble is, I know I'm going to drop below him. He seems to be working the same area in front of me here. I don't know if it's because he sees me. I've got a big bank behind me that hides me. That ripple helps a bit. The next thing then is to either shorten my tippet or put like an indicator on, so I can just hang it at that depth that I think he's at. I've spotted him in by here. The thing is, he's in very close too, and I've spotted him up there a bit further. That'll do. Every so often he just appears from nowhere. Go on, he's going for it. Suddenly picked up pace, went towards the buzzer. I couldn't see him actually take the buzzer, but as it was sinking I could see he was definitely heading towards it. It's gone. Gone. Okay, I've just given up. It's not like I've spent long. If that fish is gonna take something, it'll take. It obviously moved for the buzzer, or it definitely picked its pace up and went towards it. Gotta be honest, I did lose patience. I think if once you've covered the fish so many times, maybe best let it rest, maybe come back another time. Okay, I'll give that one up and put the frits back on. Finish fishing through this arm. Oh well, worth a go. You never know unless you try. It could be there another day for me. Been around a few spots on the lake, not doing much. I think it was about first cast out here and hooked into this one straight away. Got a clutch up. Oh. Bloody hell, again! Oh, and he's off. Okay, I'm doing Torrens Renew. What it is, got a bit carried away, didn't notice the time, and I gotta be really desperate, seriously, I gotta be gone. So I've got to shoot off. The fishing has been really good, and as I say, when I was up in the arm on that green fritz, brilliant. Up in the main lake here now, hooked into the two fish, lost them, but it was good. I just wish I had a bit more time. I couldn't believe where the time's gone. I'm just in a bit of a bloody mess now. As I say, it's been good fishing. Totally enjoyed it. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I've got to shoot. I'll see you on the next video. Take care.